The dunk contest is a creativity thing and more or less instincts for me, actually. So I don't like to practice. I just like to go out and do and let creativity take over. When I tend to, whenever I practice something or plan something, I tend to mess it up. And so I'd rather just let creativity take over and instincts.
And those who do it with hard work, like 1986 Slam Dunk champion Spud Webb, appreciate the creative artistry of Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. When he gets a little bit of rhythm going, he can really excite the crowd.
And the thing, though, about Michael is he has the ability to make it look like he's actually flying in the air with that great hang time and the great creativity, as Spud said, when he is in the air. That's a luxury that not many people have. There's the prize money. First place, $12,500. Well, Bob, who's your favorite here? Well, my favorite in this one's going to be the defending champion, Michael Jordan. Steve and Rick, quickly, whose are yours?
Spud Webb. Dominique Wilkins.
All right, we'll see what happens when we return to the 1988 Slam Dunk Championship. And injured last year, he's back this year to defend a previous championship of 1985. The human highlights film. This, of course, is Dominique Wilkins.
Well, this is Rick Barry's man, and he is like a defending heavyweight champion. He wants to show that he can do it, and he's got the best variety, and really, he has the power to go along with it. He is a tremendous dunker.
He's got a little something special he's cooked up, and I asked Dominique. Dominique says he has two new things. I said, what do you call them? He said, two new things. Michael Jordan, last year's winner, the defending champion. In a game, he's spectacular. In the competition, he's spectacular. Well, he's even more spectacular in the competition.
Jordan, of course, Jordan wants to put some pressure on everybody by trying to do something special right out of the gate.
Everybody in the stands flashing a 10. They had him up before he got there.
Well, we go back and we'll take a look, and Jordan is saying, I got to put some pressure on. And, again, you can't ever tell what he's going to do. He looked like he might have done a 360 or something, turned inside out, kicks his legs out, and the crowd responds.
And only a 47. The crowd not real happy with that. I'd tell you what, I couldn't do that one in my dreams. Michael Jordan said that he hoped to get to the finals with a dunk that was not as spectacular as the one he wanted to pull out then, so he did get a 47. It's Dominique Wilkins from the Atlanta Hawks, the 1985 champion, 6'7", 200 pounds. Well, that'll draw a high score, I can tell you that right now. Now, we saw a reverse two-hander before, Steve, early in the competition, but not with the flair that Dominique just put on that, or with the power.
And the quickness. He exploded into that basket right down there. You'll take a look. Now watch, I think what he does is really give it some juice. He cradles the ball, then spreads his legs out and really throws it down. That's a good pop for Wilkins.
And a 49 for Dominique Wilkins to put him in first place. So it's Wilkins with 49, Jordan 47, Drexler 44, Anderson 42. Dominique Wilkins, he first dunked when he was a 5'8" ninth grader. Here comes Michael Jordan. Jordan had a 47 on his first dunk. Needs 41 points on this to be first in this first round. He'll get more than 41. Now, see, again, that was very similar to the Dominique dunk. But again, the legs are out. He double clutches the ball. I mean, things that catch the eye of the judges. Watch it again. Here he takes off. Now watch, the legs are out in the air. He pulls them up. He spreads them out, pulls it from down low, up high for the two-hand dunk. That's an appealing dunk.
And kind of leans his head out of the way to give the illusion, I'm really up there. Watch, see, you look at, and he gets his head out of the way and throws it over the top.
And the crowd has booed the 47 that Jordan was awarded. He has two 47s for 94 points. So now the number to beat is 79 for Wilkins to advance. Oh, now that's a 360 with just a little authority, folks. And he does it so effortlessly, Steve.
That's what I was going to say. He does it so easy. He just kind of walks his way in and then suddenly explodes and goes into the air, and you'll see, well, let me see. I'll just take a little spin here and then watch the power.
I think that's the most impressive thing about Dominique. He's got great jumping ability, great body control, but he also has tremendous power on the dunk. Here he goes up. Now watch the strength. He just takes it and boom, he fires it through.
And a 47 for Dominique Wilkins, and that's going to put him out front with a 96. So it's Wilkins 96, Jordan 94, Drexler 88, and Otis Smith 87.
Bob, I'll say one thing. I think the judge is doing a great job this year. They're not indiscriminately throwing out 50s like they've had in the past. The guys are going to really have to earn it, and they're saving their best for the next rounds.
So it is Wilkins, Drexler, Otis Smith, and Jerome Kersey. We'll be back to Chicago Stadium in just a moment. Now in this round, 3 dunks for each competitor.
Well, Jordan got out of the gate last time with something special, and he wants to do the same as we start this round.
Uh-oh, he's measuring off the free throw line.
Jordan once said he thinks the perfect dunk would be a 360 from the free throw line.
Okay, it is T-10 and counting to liftoff.
Oh, they're on their feet at the stadium already. This is reminiscent of the ABA dunking championship and Julius Erving many years ago.
Mission control, ready for launch. That brought Dominique to his feet.
And Jordan says he likes to dribble the ball when he does a dunk as opposed to just running with it because he thinks that's really part of the rhythm and part of the game, and he should do that. And a 50 for Michael Jordan on his first dunk of the semifinal round.
Well, Jordan just taking his time, it appears, and I think this is what helps him. He accelerates right at the end, just misses behind the line, but still, that's tough to beat.
There you see him coming at you as gets ready for launch. The plant, the tongue out, the flare with the legs and the palm, and throw it through. Very nice, Michael.
Little clutch with the right arm as he goes down the first 50 that's been awarded today. All-Star Saturday, along with Rick Barry, Steve Jones. This is Bob Neal.
Oh, mercy.
He didn't go anywhere but from 15 feet in, but it seemed to be just as impressive, again, because he brought it down real low and then just powered it home.
He has so much power. Now just look at this explosiveness as he takes off right in front of him, the complete 360 wheeler-dealer through for a 49.
So it's been Jordan with a 50, Wilkins with a 49, Drexler with a 45. There are 3 dunks in this semifinal round.
You think the judges might be thinking they might not be able to get out of here if Jordan doesn't win this thing. That was a tremendous effort by Dominique Wilkins.
Why do you think I picked Michael Jordan earlier? I grew up not far from Chicago Stadium. You got to call them their way. 49 for Dominique Wilkins. He's not real happy with that. He would like, of course, to have had a 50. He said he's on a mission to prove he's among the elite of the NBA. I would agree. I don't think he needs a mission.
I'd like to know who didn't give him a 10 on that one, Dominique. That's what I'd like to know.
Now, Michael Jordan with the second of his 3 dunks in the semifinals.
It's nothing new, but again, it's spectacular and it's front of the home crowd.
Well, that's what I call the Chinese Superman dunk, because he kind of flies a little sideways there. Got a little slant to the shot. There he goes. Now he leans in, fires it through with the extension of the arm, and he only got a 48. So obviously the judges are pretty tough this year.
They're tough and relatively consistent thus far. Compared to his 50, that might be a 48. That sounds pretty good.
Well, when you look at it again, and this is the one that got everybody juiced up a year ago, it looks just as good and looks like a 50 to me.
It sure does, Steve. I tell you.
No, that's the one he calls the kiss the rim, because he takes his face right up to the rim, ducks it under, and then windmills. He said previous to this that he was going to add a twist to that dunk for the competition today. Let's see if he advances, and I think he probably will.
Here's a 360.
Oh, what a great shot from the lunar cam, too. That's right, that camera right above the rim.
Well, the heat is on, Rick. With that one, the judges are going to have to respond with their good scores. We look at the Lumicam up top, and that ought to give us a real good view of just how tough and powerful Dominique Wilkins is.
47. Oh, he got a 47. He's not going to be happy with that score. 49 the first, 47 on this one. I disagree.
Well, now I'll tell you, see, he put a little flare after he put the dunk through, but when he went up, he makes the spin move, goes up nice and straight, holds it on his hair, didn't do anything spectacular with the arms. He didn't put as much flair as he normally does into his dunk, Steve. So I would think that score was more indicative of what he had performed as opposed to the last one, which he deserved the 50 on.
Well, that's going to put him into the championship round with Jordan.
They get one more dunk.
Well, he's got to make sure he just makes the next one. I think the other competitors have basically almost eliminated themselves. Unless Dominique were to miss two of them, he should go in. Same with Michael.
Jordan has 98 points. Wilkins 96. Drexler 87. Smith 67. Virtually eliminated.
Oh, and there's a miss, but Jordan will get a chance to replace it.
But he has got to be careful now because he must make the dunk. Otherwise, the maximum he gets is 25, and that could be costly. That could make the situation resulting in one of the other players to sneak past him.
This might open the door for Drexler. I think Smith would have to come up with something awful powerful.
That may have closed the door. Well, it was a semifinal round. They got 3 dunks each.
That was the same dunk he had just missed, and he made a slight adjustment, and you get a look high above.
Now you saw him throw his arm down in there. He was making sure he didn't miss that one. Watch the right hand now. Up high, his hand is there. He ducks out of the way. Now watch him throw it down in through. Now I tell you, I think 47 is a tough score. That was a very impressive dunk. I think the judges might be affected by the fact he missed, but they're not supposed to be.
And 145 is his total for the 3 dunks.
He had his whole arm in there, Rick.
He did. He definitely had to duck his head out of the way of the rim.
And that's the twist he was talking about putting on that kiss the rim. Wilkins has 96 coming into this, his 3rd dunk of the semifinal round. Needs a 49 to tie Jordan.
Started in front and finished on the other side, and we'll see how the judges like it, if that's enough to push him past Drexler.
I think he was just making sure that he got a good enough score to make it into the finals. He really was in a good position. Here you see him bring it up. And again, the double clutch down, back up, and over and through. And this is, again, the flair that he has. As he goes up, he's high, all the way back down on the clutch move, past the basket, and then brings it back for the two-hander over the head. Not your routine two-hand over-the-hand dunk shot. A little more flair.
He does get a 47 to give him 143 for the semifinal round. So the 2 finalists will be previous champions, the defending champion Michael Jordan with 145 points in the semifinal round, and Dominique Wilkins with 143 points in the semifinals. And this is what the crowd's been waiting for. The championship round. There will be a coin flip to determine who goes first.
I think I'll change my pick.
It's too late. It's too late.
Well, at least my pick is still in there.
So Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. This could be good. I wonder if they've saved anything for the championship round.
Well, Bob, I think that if if Dominique's going to have a chance to beat Michael, he's going to have to get some kind of a running, floating type of a shot as opposed to just the strict power moves that he's been doing if he expects to beat Michael.
All right, Michael Jordan won the coin toss, and he's going to let Dominique Wilkins go first. In a home crowd here, as you take a look at the summary so far, Jordan and Wilkins, who've made it, eliminated were Drexler and Smith. In a home crowd, I might, if I'm Jordan, elect to go first. I'll see what Steve and Rick think about that when we return to Chicago Stadium for the championship round of the Slam Dunks.
And Dominique is going to give a little running start to this one. Not much, though.
From high above the rim. High above the rim.
Well out in front. I think that's the key, as well as the height, how far out in front he caught it when he's able to hammer it home. And again, he makes it look like it's routine, but watch, look how far away he is. That's a great start for Dominique.
And look, still going up when he caught it.
Right, and he stayed up for so long, took off from just inside the bottom of that circle, and was able to throw it through with authority as he tossed it up from the top of the key. We'll watch one more time. Here he is from the top of the key, the perfect toss, the perfect timing, and look at he stay up, and throws it through with power.
And the perfect score of 50 on that dunk from Dominique Wilkins, now the defending champion.
Well, now Jordan does have his first taste of pressure in the slam dunk competition.
I'm predicting a 50 on that.
Pretty hard not to give him 50 on that one, Steve. That was impressive. That time he did the two-hander double clutch, as he did look like the kiss the rim type of dunk he done before.
He got a 50.
Well, we're still even as Jordan goes up and takes it way down and then hammers it home over the top. And you'll see from way up high just how difficult it is. And we'll see the Dominique Wilkins reaction.
He looks like a heavyweight fighter who's just taken a roundhouse right, and now he's going to set to throw another one.
Final round, Dominique Wilkins.
So that's the second 50 of the day for Michael Jordan, but remember the scores from previous rounds don't advance. This is the championship. Dominique Wilkins and Michael Jordan. That rattled the floor.
Like 45 being shot someplace. That one exploded at the bottom of the net.
That even has the Chicago fans humming because the power that Dominique has. He has more power than any dunker that I've seen play this game, with the creativity also going along with it. Here he comes up in the air. Look at the legs, look at the arms, the windmill, and power. He almost lost it. Let's check the judges out after he hit that one.
Ooh, they were impressed enough to give him a 50, his second 50. In the three-dunk championship competition. There is a dunk-off in case there's a tie, a sudden dunk.
You know what he's telling Greg Anderson? Yeah, that'll get some heat on him now. We're gonna see what the judges will do now.
Jordan for his second, at a 50 on the first. Oh, look what's going through his mind. He said earlier, sometimes he doesn't decide until he's in the air. Looked like a figure 8 with the double clutch.
This is much like a heavyweight championship crowd, you know, and they are trading big, heavy right punches. Jordan took a long time to think about this, knowing he had to get the judges' attention.
47.
A 47 was awarded on that dunk.
Oh, that is some great creativity, and you notice he's going with the two-hander, Steve, to get a little more power as we watch the reaction of Dominique Wilkins as Michael went in for the dunk, and he just waits to see what the score is. There's another look at that dunk. Now watch when he takes off. Look at the way he moves the ball from the right down low to the left, two hands, and throws it through with authority.
These judges are going to need the National Guard to get out of Chicago Stadium.
Yeah, it's a hostile, ugly crowd now.
Well, Dominique only needs to come up with a great dunk here. If he gets a 49 or a 48, 49 he can't lose, or 48. I guarantee you he will not get 50 on this dunk. Guaranteed.
A two-handed windmill, and the judges are going through it. Their entire lives are flashing in front of their eyes.
47, Michael gets a 50, and it's a dunk-off.
Well, we watched Dominique Wilkins come in, and again, with the power and authority, low with two hands.
And the judges have awarded Dominique Wilkins a 45.
That's incredible.
Could we call it a make-good?
I mean, that's a two-hand windmill with authority from the sideline. Let's watch this one again. Here he comes, takes off, two hands up, down, around, and through with two hands.
Now for Michael Jordan, here's the story. Wilkins finishes with 145. Michael Jordan needs a 48 to tie, a 49 to win.
Hey, you don't think the crowd has some influence on the judges on that last dunk?
Well, they're on their feet here at Chicago Stadium. Here's another guy that relishes the challenge and pressure. But again, creativity and imagination is the key. Plus, he's got to make the dunk.
He needs a 48 to tie, a 49 to win. The defending slam dunk champion, Michael Jordan. If he were to win this, he'd be the only two-time winner in the 4-year slam dunk competition. Larry Nance won it, Dominique, Spud Webb, Jordan, and Michael is backing all the way to the middle of the backcourt. Now he's going to the baseline.
If he could somehow do some sort of spin on the way to the hoop, Rick, I think that would almost ensure it for him coming this far away.
All you need to do is make it from the free throw line like you did before, and he'll win.
does get a replacement. He does get a replacement.
Now let's see if the miss influences the judges, even if he pulls it off, because he took off a little further inside. His legs may be getting a bit tired. He's had to do a lot of jumping here this afternoon.
Needs a 48 to tie Dominique Wilkins. A 49 would win for the second year in a row. The fans are all on their feet, or most of them are anyway.
Now, the only way that he's going to lose this competition is if he misses this dunk.
Well, the crowd lets you know what they think of it. Now we will wait for the judges. A 48 ties, a 49 wins.
Michael Jordan score 50.
They gave him a 50. They gave Jordan a 50. He defends his championship.
And he took off further inside than he did the last time, but it's still a spectacular dunk, and certainly deserving of the high score that he received, Steve. But Dominique Wilkins got the short end of a very impressive dunk.
Consistent judging all day until the last two dunks prior to this, the 47 and the 45.
A note was passed down to the judges.
This is Chicago.
The home fan advantage, I think, worked in favor. There's Dominique watching that last dunk.
Well, it's like figure skating or any kind of gymnastics, any kind of sports where judging comes into play. There are going to be those who believe that Dominique Wilkins had the most spectacular performance today. Michael Jordan, who's just been awarded the trophy at center court. He defended the 1987 championship title he held by defeating Dominique Wilkins in the championship round, and the fans loved it here at Chicago Stadium, but there are going to be arguments all day long. Jordan on the day had 3 50s, 1 48, and 4 47s. Now, they're not cumulative scores, but he had a great day dunking the basketball, Steve.
Well, Jordan did have a great day, and as we talked about it during the break, the one area where Jordan got a little breakdown was on his second jump dunk in that final competition. He got a low score, and then the Georges kind of maybe felt that there was a lot of pressure on him, gave him a big one at the end.
Well, they really did, but the pressure by the fans, I think, influenced the judges, because certainly Dominique's dunk for his last dunk was nowhere near being worse than Michael's, where he got a 47 on.
Might point out that next year the All-Star Saturday will be in Houston, Clyde Drexler's hometown. We'll watch for that. We'll be back in a moment with an interview with the champion of the 1987 Slam Dunk Championship, Michael Jordan, right after this.
Yeah, he put a lot of pressure on me, and I didn't know exactly what to do. I mean, 50s are hard to come by, and you have to do something unique, actually, to get a 50. And, yeah, I guess I didn't do as unique as he did, and I got a 47 after his 50.
What about his 45? Do you think that maybe he deserved more? What would you have given him?
I would have probably gave him close to a 50. But judging is so tough, because you got to look at the standards of dunks and measure what is a 50 and what is a 45 and that type of a thing. And I thought he had higher than a 45, and when he did get a 45, then I had a chance at least.
The home crowd advantage definitely in your favor. I saw you walk around, look up in the stands, you looked at our announcers. What were you thinking?
I was searching, trying to find something to give me an idea of what to do. I didn't know what to do. Then all of a sudden, I found the guy who started it all. Dr. J was sitting over there. He was looking at me, and he pointed, like, going back, go to and do the free throw line. And I went back and I did it. First time, I was kind of scared at first. I didn't, because I was putting so much energy into it. And then the second time, I just put so much energy into it, and my facial expressions, I think, told the story.
Well, it sounds like you lost your voice, but obviously you didn't lose your legs. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Michael Jordan, for the second year in a row, winning the Gatorade Slam Dunk Championships.